Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday and I've got some great news for you. Number one, Maine has made the decision that Donald Trump remains on the ballot, on the primary ballot, until the Supreme Court makes their decision. Now, Maine was asked, well, why are you putting him back on the ballot? Just wait for the decision. Their response was, because we believe that the Supreme Court, probably 9-0, is going to vote that Trump has to be on the ballot in every single state. Because Maine and Colorado removed him for insurrection, even though Trump was never charged with or found guilty of an insurrection. But something even greater than that. Congress, senators, almost 200 people in some of the highest offices in our country have come together and wrote a letter to the Supreme Court, urging the Supreme Court to make sure that Trump remains on the ballot in Colorado, in Maine, and to codify it so that this question will be settled once and for all. And let's move to November 5th, 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the article. 177 members of Congress joined Ted Cruz and Steve Scalise in brief to Supreme Court in support of President Trump's right to be placed on the Colorado ballot. 177 members of Congress. Okay, so this is what they wrote. Last month, the Colorado Supreme Court ruled in a 4-3 decision to keep President Trump off the 2024 primary ballot in the state. The Colorado High Court has been the only court to rule this way out of several decided or dismissed in other states. A week later, the Maine Secretary of State ruled that President Trump was ineligible from her state's ballot, but conceded that the United States Supreme Court will likely have to interpret the 14th Amendment and its application. The United States Supreme Court has agreed to hear oral arguments in the case regarding the implementation of the 14th Amendment in the situation. The hearing is set for February 8th. Now, so February 8th is the hearing. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on that. But this is great news. Everyone in CNN, MSNBC, CBS, all the liberal media, everybody has actually come out and said, yeah, the Supreme Court, probably all 9 justices are going to rule in favor of Donald Trump. But ladies and gentlemen, I do have something else that I'm kind of worried about. And I want to talk about that in this video. Man, where did my pen go? Well, it's about New Hampshire. We have the New Hampshire primary election happening on, I believe, January 21st or 25th, within a week. Within a week or a week and a half. They have the Democrat and the Republican primary held the same day. The Republican and the Democrat primary is held the very same day in the state of New Hampshire. Joe Biden is not on the Democratic primary ballot in New Hampshire. Nobody is. If I'm not mistaken, nobody's on it. They just made the decision. Biden's our nominee. That's it. Trump's a threat to democracy, but it's the Democrats who are not allowing anybody from the Democratic Party to run against Joe Biden. Weird, wouldn't you say? So, and then another thing that worries me, in New Hampshire, Democrats can vote in the Republican primary, and Republicans can vote in the Democrat primary. So we saw what happened in Iowa. Trump won. 98 out of 99 counties. The only county that he lost to Nikki Haley, he lost by 1 vote. That county ran out of party switch forms on election night. You can, in Iowa, switch your party. You have to be Republican to vote in the Republican primary. But you can switch your party from Independent or Democrat to Republican on election night and vote in the primary. The county where Nikki Haley won by 1 vote, they ran out of party switch forms on election night. New Hampshire is not as safe as Iowa. You don't need to be a registered Republican to vote in the Republican primary. Republican and Democrat primary held the same night, but Biden and nobody else is in the Democrat primary ballot. So what do you think is going to happen? Yeah, it's going to be a SHIT show, I believe. I believe it's going to get messy. See, we need elections like Iowa. One day, paper ballots, in person. But I'm just saying right now, why am I talking about New Hampshire? I'm just saying, no matter what happens, don't worry. After that is South Carolina. And when Nikki Haley loses in her own state, it's over. Yes, we want New Hampshire. We want all of these states. But we're going to see, right? Because in 2015, Trump got 3rd place in Iowa, became the nominee. So we're going to keep watching. We're going to keep praying. I'm going to keep reporting. So ladies and gentlemen, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I upload Trump 2024 or sooner.